Let's take a look at some of the most expensive Star Wars stuff recently sold on eBay. Welcome back to the Junkman, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another daily video. Can you believe it's the time again for another daily video? Well, here we are back again. Now, before we get started, I just want to tell you, usually I try to throw at least one video up during the weekend, and we got 2 live streams on Friday. Well, by the time you see this, you already know we didn't do 11 a.m. live stream, and the 7 o'clock live stream will not be either because going to Nashville. We got a toy convention in Nashville, the ICC Con. Gonna go there, so you're gonna see some videos probably Sunday night when I get them edited. But I'm probably gonna do some live streams from the event also. So you want to make sure you click that bell, get notification, because they're not gonna be planned live streams or whatever. They're just gonna be thrown up there. And also follow me on Twitter at It's Junkman or Facebook, the Junkman group on Facebook. All those links are in the description below. That way you see pictures from the con and everything. Should have a good time. But I just want to let you guys know to be looking for that. So what are we going to do today? Well, I went to eBay, pulled up, typed search Star Wars action figures, looked at the recent sold, and kind of just wanted to see what the top 10 most expensive ones were. Now, I set myself up with some rules. I didn't look at anything that was a lot, you know, more than one figure or more than one thing. Wanted to group them, just one item. Also, I didn't count anything that was offered, where they were asking $300 for it and it said, or best offer, offer accepted, because I wasn't sure if the offer could have been $1 for all I know. So those are just some of the rules there. So let's take a look. In fact, we're going to look at 2 categories. We're going to look at Star Wars action figures and then just Star Wars and see what the top. And there's some prizes on here, believe it or not. So we'll just start at the bottom of the list of Star Wars action figures. What's listed on it. Now, this isn't just Kenner or vintage. It's anything that came up under the search Star Wars action figure. And again, before we get started, let me bring this up. And here's something I found very odd. Look at this ObiWan Kenobi I found. A 90s cheap Obi-Wan, sold for $13. But I don't know if you can see it. Look at the shipping cost. This is crazy. This has to be some kind of money laundering scheme where they don't have to pay eBay fees because of the shipping costs. I don't know. But anyway, let's go with number 10. It's a Star Wars toy cardboard header from Kenner for $4,100. Now I rounded these numbers off also. 27 biz, just a piece of cardboard that would have went in the stores, hung on a display that says Star Wars. Crazy. Over $4,000. Number 9. An AT-AT driver on the Power of the Force card. What is so unusual about this, or why it's so wanted? It was only released in Australia. And here it is, sold for $4,500. Number 8. Hoth Rebel 3-pack. These 3-packs are always tough to find, and here's one from the Hoth Rebel set. With 29 bids, $6,100. Let's get to number 7. Boba Fett on a Lily Ladd card. And this one makes this one so unusual. It has a removable rocket. I'm not sure if you know, Kenner had the rocket glued in, but the Lily Ladd ones had the rocket where you could take it out. Now it didn't shoot off, but the rocket would come out. It wasn't glued in. Turn the figure upside down, the rocket would fall out. This one here is not on card. It's loose, but it came with the card, sold for $7,700. Now we got a carrying case at 6, not released to the general public, a prototype, a gold Vader carrying case. We know it was released in black, but Kenner tested a lot of these. I think the numbers, over 100 of them were made. As they were testing how they would do the 3PO carrying case that was gold, they tested it with a bunch of Darth Vaders, and a lot of them over the years have gotten out to collectors. I'll say a lot, but I'm not talking thousands. We're talking a few hundred. And this one here was 60 bids, sold for $8,300. And number 5, can you believe this one? Hey, I'm just telling you what I saw on eBay. A Black Series Cara Dune. Figure came out what? In the last year? According to eBay, $10,000. $10,000. There has to be something wrong here. I don't know what's going on. Because at number 4, we got another Cara Dune action figure. Just a normal Mandalorian 3.75 inch figure. Also $10,000. Something's not adding up with those 2 right there. But they came up, so I thought I would add them to the list. And number 3, I'm not even sure what it is. A Beast Kingdom Egg Attack Stormtrooper. Never even heard of this thing. And someone bought it with a buy it now of $10,000 also. Number 2, from 1977, it's the early bird set. Now this is the actual where you send off to get the figures. It's not the one you got in the mail with the figures. This is the actual original early bird certificate program box. You know, empty box. Cost you a few dollars back in 1977. And it just sold on eBay as a buy it now for $14,000. And number 1, the most expensive thing I've seen recently sold on eBay under the title Star Wars action figure was a vinyl cape Jawa. With 46 bids, it sold for $20,000. Believe it or not, that cost more than this hat cost. I can't even believe that many people bid on it, but it did sell for $20,000. Now let's look at just if I search Star Wars, the top expensive things that sold on Star Wars. Number 10, a signed Revenge of the Jedi poster from the director of Return of the Jedi. And you can see where this thing is rare. The director passed away a few years after Return of the Jedi. It's a Revenge of the Jedi poster. It sold for $5.6 thousand. I'm a little surprised it didn't go for a little bit more than that. Now number 9, I would love to have this one. I'll sit it right over there. It would be awesome to have a life-size R2-D2. It sold for $6,200. It's pretty nice. Now I would love to have one of those remote control ones that you see the R2 builders people build. I've seen those at a couple of conventions. That would be a dream piece. Number 8, a trading card from 1977 from the Wonder Bread. This is the bread company. You get some Star Wars cards from them. This card was number 16 in the set, and with 8 bids, sold for $10,000. I knew these cards were rare, but I didn't know they were that rare or sought after. I have to look more into these. Might have to do a video on these. Number 7, Star Wars Marvel Comic Issue 1, 35-cent cover. It sold for $11,000. I always heard that this one was rare, the 35-cent cover. Never seen it in my life. Always looked for it when I was in comic book stores trying to collect the Marvel Star Wars line. Number 6, an 8x10 photo signed by Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Peter Mayhew. Whew, would be a great picture to have right there. Now I know some of you are saying, why would anybody buy this? You could just print it out at home, go next door and get the neighbor to sign Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Peter Mayhew. And make yourself a reproduction one. Why would you want the real thing? It makes no sense, I know. Why would you pay that much when you could just buy a fake one, right? Well, someone didn't care it was real when there was plenty of fake ones out there to buy a lot cheaper. A fool and his money, I guess. But this sold for $12,000. Now here's something a little newer I don't think I've ever seen, but it's pretty cool. It's Baby Yoda in his little floating craft thing. That looks really cool to have too. It looked really good sitting next to my R2-D2 life size if anybody's going to get me one. This thing had 90 bids and sold for $12,000. That's 90 people with a lot more money than I have. Number 5, believe it or not, is a Funko Pop. Number 4, believe it or not, is a Funko Pop. Number 4, believe it or not, is a Funko Pop. Number 4, believe it or not, is a Funko Pop. Darth Maul. Yeah! Hologram Darth Maul at that. It must be rare. I don't really keep up with the Funko Pops, but can't believe it because there was 2 that sold for around the same price. $13,000. Crazy. Number 3, just a skateboard. I was shocked also. And Yoda skateboard. Can you believe it? A Yoda skateboard. $15,000. Somebody really loves to skate. Number 2, back to trading cards. This is the top Star Wars trading card box. This is the box you would open up at stores. Kids could get their packs and pay for it and go. But it's a whole box still sealed, unopened. 77 bids and it sold for $36,000. That's more than this microphone cost. $36,000. And that's number 2. So what's the most expensive thing on eBay? Just typing Star Wars and looking at the sold history. Believe it or not, it's a Lego. A solid gold Lego. No, I don't mean Legos based from the television show Solid Gold. They're not dancing Legos. We're talking Star Wars here. A solid gold, 14 karat solid gold 3PO Lego. This is number 2 of only 5 that were ever made. So you can kind of see it's rare. 41 bids and it's sold for $70,000. $70,000. Think about that. Just think about that. $70,000. Whew. Maybe one day I'll be able to sell this R5D4 for $75,000. I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, anyway, that's a look at some expensive stuff on eBay. Let me know in the comments below. Were you some of these people that bid on this stuff, or you think it's crazy to bid that much? And what about that 8x10 autograph picture? Guy doesn't know he can just get his neighbor to sign it. Don't need it to be real. Why spend the money on something real? People are crazy. People are crazy. Anyway, let me know that more in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and you get all that. Well, you get all that. I've got to get my ass to Nashville. I will be seeing you throughout the week. Check me on social media for any cool updates I find at the convention. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Thumb up to all my content. We'll talk again soon. And I'm going to Nashville.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.